everyone, welcome back to a new Vlogmas video. Today I have an exciting video for you because I am going to be baking sugar cookies. Now, sugar cookies I don't think are like a particularly festive thing, but I always make them at Christmas because they're just not healthy biscuits, so Christmas is the perfect time to make them. So I'm going to cook with you, or bake, sorry. I'm not going to cook, I'm baking. We're going to see how this goes. This may go completely terribly wrong, and you will already know this by the title. If it says fail, you know it went wrong. But basically, to clarify why it may go wrong, is because I'm in Amsterdam. I usually make them at home when I'm back in the UK. And I have all the apparatus at home. I have the right ingredients. And I have the ingredients. I have mostly right ingredients. But obviously it's difficult when you're not using the products that you used to use. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, we're gonna see how it goes. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully you enjoy this video. And if you've never made sugar cookies, I am gonna show you how to make them. They are really easy, by the way, which is why I'm making these, because I'm not very good at baking. So yeah. Also, I'm in my festive pajamas, feeling great. The lighting's really weird because it's later on in the day. I've been very busy today, so yes. It may be a bit of a yellow video, but cookies make it all better, right? Okay, kitchen cleaned. I am now going to get all the ingredients out. I found a nice little area to prop you up in, which I think is nice. Sorry, it's quite overly lit here. The light is literally here. But hopefully you're enjoying this angle. It's probably the only spot that I can put you in where you can see, well, you can't really see what I'm doing, but you know, we'll figure that out as we go along. So I'm going to get all the ingredients out, and then I'm going to have a look at the recipe and see what to do next. Okay, so I've got all my ingredients. I've got up the recipe, which I will show you. I am using the BBC Good Food recipe. I think they're quite good recipes, and I've used them before. I'm pretty sure I've used this as well before, this recipe. So ingredients that you need are, oh, I didn't get my butter out. Unsalted butter, caster sugar, vanilla extract, which I haven't got because I was like, I'm probably never going to use it again, so I didn't want to buy it if I wasn't going to use it again. 1 egg, I've got a whole box here, and it says 2 tablespoons or 2 teaspoons of baking powder and plain flour. Now, I couldn't find any plain flour typically, so I've got self-raising flour, which has baking powder in it technically, so I'm gonna just use the flour and hope for the best. I don't know how well this is gonna go, which is why I'm a little bit like, I don't know if it's gonna work. So yeah, we'll give it a go. I'm pretty sure I've used self-raising flour before when I did it at home and we didn't have any plain flour, and I think it worked, so hopefully we'll be okay. But it says, oh, and then it'll also have icing sugar and sprinkles for decorating them. It's so funny when you like shop to get ingredients here. I had to like Google Translate everything. I was like, what's flour in Dutch? What's icing sugar in Dutch? It was a nightmare, but I found everything, so I mean, not too bad. I'm sorry if you can hear that noise. It's the you can basically, planes go above our flat all the time, and the vent that the cooker takes up the air to the cooker, whatever that means, the vent for the cooker, it makes like loads of noise, so I apologise for that. Hopefully it doesn't distract you too much from this video. Also, the sun is beaming in, so yeah. But right, let's see what it says. First thing to do is heat the oven to 180 degrees. Sorry, I just burped. Oh my god. Grease and line 2 cookie sheets. Okay. Recently got these cookie, they're not really cookie sheets to be honest, they're more like baking tins, but nowhere seems to sell them here. Like, you either get like a cupcake tin, or you get like a, like, I mean, this is kind of a cookie tin, the other one's like a full-on roasting tin, but I mean, that's all I could get, so, you know. I haven't greased the tin, You're probably supposed to, just so the paper sticks to it, but once the cookies are on, they will hold it down anyway. So this is what tin 1 looks like, and tin 2. In a bowl, cream together butter and sugar until light and fluffy. Beat in vanilla extract and egg. Okay, so another thing that I don't have for this cooking experience is a scales, so I'm fully having to guess this, but I did buy some cups, so I'm gonna try and convert grams into cups and do that. I will link this recipe below, by the way, for anyone who does have the normal cooking apparatus or baking apparatus. You're probably gonna do a better job than me, but you know, I'm gonna try and work this out, the cups and grams that I need to put in this bowl, and I will catch you in a second. Okay, this is the situation. So I don't have a mixing bowl, so I am using this cooking pan. I literally don't have anything, it's awful. So in here I've added in the sugar. This is caster sugar. It doesn't look the same as it does in the UK, but rolling with it. And then this is the butter, which I just need to chop up a little bit and put in here so I can mix it together easy. So yeah. It's like, it literally looks like Demerara sugar. Roll with it. Okay, update for you. My arm really hurts, but the butter and the sugar are finally together. If I come over and show you, so this is the butter and the sugar and the egg all mixed together, and then I've got the flour here in these cups. I'm now going to slowly add this into here and mix this, and hopefully some sort of like batter will appear and I'll be able to create, but is batter the right word? Dough, not batter. Nice dough will appear and we'll be able to make the actual cookies, because right now I'm not really quite sure, but I will put a little time lapse of me doing it, and hopefully this comes out okay. Okay guys, I don't want to jinx it, but it's looking pretty good. So this is the dough situation. If you're in the UK, it probably won't be this yellow because sugar is white, but yeah, I'm quite chuffed with this. I'm now going to put my hands in and try and make it into like an actual dough, and I'll be back with you because I don't know how long this is going to take me, and then we can get rolling. Yay, it worked! I literally just managed to get it completely out and then just put some more flour in. I probably might put a bit more flour on the surface and try and get that in because it's quite like sticky. But yes, I've done it. I'm so chuffed. I don't have a rolling pin, so I'm gonna be using this as my rolling pin. Yes, I know, really bad video. I didn't prep for this very well. And then I'm gonna be using these little cookie cutters, which are stars. How cute! So yeah, I'm gonna prop you up, pop you here. You're currently on my ice. Maybe I should bring you down. Oh, there we go. It's a bit of a better angle. So I'm now going to attempt to roll this out. I don't know how well this is going to go. Let me put some more flour down. Okay, it was touch and go, I'm not going to lie. A minute ago I didn't think this dough was going to make it, but it's working out. I've got flour all over my camera. Lovely. Okay, so I managed to kind of flatten it with my hands. Most of you will probably use a rolling pin and it will be fine, but I'm just going to show you what I'm doing. So I'm just getting the cookie cutter, putting it in, literally like shaking it out of it, and then bringing it over and then pushing it out onto the baking tray. So now I'm going to cut some smaller ones as well, pop them on there, and then we will be ready to put them in the oven. Let let me move this over here and I will do, you can see what I'm doing, and then hopefully this is going to work out, because right now I'm a bit concerned it's not going to work, but I have high hopes. Tray 1 complete. Look how good they look. I can't remember how long they need to go in for. Let me have a look. They need to go in for 8 to 10 minutes. So the first batch is going in. Open the oven. Now to set a timer, and hopefully they'll come out okay. Just gonna leave them in a couple of extra minutes because they're not looking super brown, but they will be brown, a bit more brown in a few minutes. They smell amazing though, so that's a good sign. I still got like quite a bit of dough left. So what I'm going to do is put the other batch in a second, and then once they're cooked, put the next lot in. So there's a lot of cookies, more cookies than I thought. Which is a good thing, because more cookies for me. But yeah, I suppose it depends on how big of a cookie cutter you use. I obviously use quite small ones, but you know, go for whatever you want. Sometimes I used to use at home Christmas tree cookie cutters. These are obviously just little stars, but I mean, you could literally do anything. So yes. Anyway, I will catch up with you when cookies are out and we're a bit further along with the cooking, because there's not really much more to show you at the moment until they come out and they're looking great. Okay, so I just got the cookies out and they look really good. They've come out, oh look, you can see them. They've come out really, really well, and I have tried 2 of them, the most burnt ones, and they're amazing. So here's the first 2 batches. This was the first batch. I left these ones in a little bit longer because I thought they needed it, but they actually don't. So look a little bit more brown, but these ones are a little less brown. Oh my god, they smell amazing. I tried to make more of the big ones. After I made this batch, I realised that the small ones are rather small. So I tried to make some more of these bigger ones in the next batches. But yeah, I'm so happy with them. Like, I was a bit concerned, not gonna lie, that they weren't gonna turn out. Like, when they're in the oven, they were looking a bit like puffy, like they were like getting really big. I was like, no, please don't turn into blobs. Like, I want them to be like actual stars. And it's actually worked out, which is really, really good. So don't need to panic too much. I've got one more batch here to go in, and then I've got a little bit left. So I think what I'm gonna do is, once that comes out, put that in and just use the rest of the dough and get as much as I can out of it, because these cookies are amazing. And do that while I'm here, because I'd rather just use it rather than wasting it. So yeah, I'm so happy. Like, I actually am so happy. Love it when a cookie recipe works out and you're just not sure on it. Honestly, earlier I was like, this isn't gonna work, this video is gonna be a fail, but it actually hasn't. So yeah, next time I speak to you, I'm going to show you how to ice them. I'm obviously not going to ice every single one of these cookies because there's no point, but I love having icing on these cookies. It just makes them even better. So next time I see you, I'll be icing the cookies, but for now it's just going to be a bit of getting them in and out of the oven, waiting for them to cool. The first batch are pretty cool, so by the time I get to the icing, they'll be cool and I'll be able to show you how to decorate, or how I like to decorate them anyway. Okay, so the cookies are complete. Show you, look, this is all of the ones. These ones are all a little bit, these ones just came out, and these ones are quite warm, so I've left them on here for now. And then over here I have the ones that are now cool, so I'm going to show you how I ice them. I always love to put a bit of icing on these cookies, because even though they're already got enough sugar in them, just putting a bit of icing on them just makes them a bit more like special and like a nice treat to have. And this is why I only make them at Christmas, because they're very sugary and not so good for you. So what I'm going to be using is obviously icing sugar, the whole add water to the icing sugar situation. And then I'm going to be putting on some sprinkles, because why not make them festive as well? These are the only sprinkles that I could find that were like festive. So I got these ones. They're by Dr. Oetker. Probably did that completely wrong. And they're called the Glamour Mix. So they look like this. See if it's going to focus. There we go. So I'm now going to show you how to do it. Okay, so I have got my cookies. I've got a plate to put the cookies on once they are decorated, and now I'm going to make the icing sugar into icing. So yeah, I'm going to put them in the spot. I don't really know the full ins and outs measurements wise. I'm just going to kind of guess it and make it to a consistency that I like. So without further ado, I'm going to put some icing sugar in here. Obviously it depends how many cookies you want to ice to how much icing even you make. And then you want to put a little bit of water in. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little bit of water in a glass and like pour it in. Because if you ever remember doing this when you were little and putting too much water in the icing and then having to put more icing sugar in to like counteract it, and it just ends up being a disaster, this is a much better way of doing it. So I'm just going to get a spoon and I'm going to put a little bit of water in and mix it all together. Okay, I've done that classic, I did the classic thing. I put far too much water in. Wow, fully jinxed myself there. I did the classic thing that I mentioned and really did put far too much water in. So when you're doing this, put very, very little water in, like dribbles of water. Because otherwise you'll end up having to add more icing sugar in. And it's not the way to do it. So anyway, I'm now going to open my sprinkles ready for decoration. Right, so what I'm going to do, take a cookie. I'm going to get a smaller spoon. This is a really little spoon, but you know. And then what I'm going to do is just pour it onto the cookie. Need a little bit more than I thought. And then I just kind of like try and make it fill the star shape. I mean, you're not really going to get it into the exact star shape because this icing is quite runny, just as a general. But you can kind of cover most of it. You can kind of give it a little bit of a zhuzh. This one does not look particularly appealing, but I will show you. There we have it. Look how bad that looks, oh my god. So now I'm just going to place this on the plate. The icing is yummy. Maybe I should put a little less than I thought. That's what they're looking like. Granted, they do look like a 5-year-old has done them, not a 24-year-old going on 25-year-old, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm going to carry on this. I'll show you the end result. Yeah, I'm loving it. I can't wait to eat these. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you what the cookies look like now I've decorated them. They are very badly decorated, but you know, it's all about the taste. It's all about the taste. There's the other ones. And then there's the rest of the cookies. So yeah, that is my little cookie video. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know if you're going to try this cookie recipe yourself. Like I said, it's not about the decoration, it's about how they taste. And I can assure you, they taste amazing. So yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.